Yeah, what's going on, folks? Painless. Up here in traffic. Wanted to talk about, I've shared my experiences now being a single man now. And want to specifically talk about online dating. And now I know I've briefly shared my experiences. Man, it's wild. It's interesting. It really is. I'm to a. I'm at the age now, and many of y'all know I was married for almost 13 years. And I'm setting my ways. I've come to the understanding that I didn't want to, and I currently don't want to spend my life chasing pussy. And each day that I go, each day that goes by, it's becoming more and more realistic to me that's not the way that I want to live my life. The first month I got divorced, maybe the second month, I'm not gonna lie, I was exposed to social media, all these dating apps and sites and things like that. And I ended up having sex with 2 women in 1 week. And now that I'm not married, I spend a lot of time by myself. And I had to really assess myself. I had to slow my roll. I said, this is not how I want to be. I don't want to have women in and out of my house. I didn't want to do that. And I felt myself doing that. And of course, living in Hawaii, I live on an island. What happens is, a lot of you're bound to run into somebody that you know, especially dealing with certain ethnic groups of women. They may be related. They may have a cousin, a friend through a cousin, a friend through a friend through a friend. And I don't need that drama in my life. And all this came to be through social media, through online dating. I shouldn't say social media. Sites like POF, Match.com, and things of that nature. Tinder. Those are the 3 that I dabbled in. That I do to a certain extent. Still browse and see what type of women are out there. And for me, when I was married again, I didn't keep a lot of friends. I had a few guys that were stationed here that I, occasionally went out and grabbed a drink with or whatnot. And but those guys have gone on to PCS or move on to other career assignments elsewhere. And what I find out now, and let me just say this, I'm 38 years old. And I'm going to tell this to you young men out there, men in general. I remember when I was younger and I was running through women before I got married. And I would lie and say, yeah, I want a relationship, I want this and that. Pretty much telling females what they wanted to hear, to smash, to have sex. Now that I'm older, I'm straight up. I tell women, I don't want a relationship. I said, we can go out, have a couple drinks. You pay your tab, I pay my tab. We have dinner, you pay yours, I pay mine, etc. But I don't want, I tell women up front, you know, hey, we can go out and do these things, but if one thing leads to another and we end up having sexual relations, then so be it. And what I found that a lot of women that you tell that to, they respect that. They respect that. They really respect that. And then, you know, I'm a little bit of a clown. You know, I got a good sense of humor. I'm not uptight. Women like good sense. Women love a man with a good sense of humor, who's not always serious all the time. I got a couple of female friends that, you know, that I just go to and hang out at their spot, or have a couple drinks. She go her way, I go my way. And these are very attractive women. Very attractive women. Now, concerning online dating with black men, what I've also discovered is that, and I've talked about this before, some of y'all may know. A lot of women, especially non-black women, they look at black men as the fallback guy. You know, when all else fails, when they can't get Jorge, or they can't get, you know, when they can't get Tom, or they can't get whoever, when all else fails, they know there's some black guy out there who's thirsty, who's very aggressive. And especially if these women may have a little bit of extra pounds, which is nothing wrong with it. I'm not downing women who are in society's eyes obese, overweight, because there's somebody for everybody. But those women tend to think that, well, a black guy will take me. And I found, because on POF, you can see who has viewed your profile. And a lot of these women that have done this, who are in that category of probably being overweight or obese, hit me up with no shame. I mean, you know, no shame at all. And I found myself like, how dare, one female hit me up, I was like, how dare you hit me up? Like, you know, I mean, I got myself together. I got my own place. I got my own money. I do all right for myself. Being a single man in Hawaii, how dare you think, and I'm no better than nobody else, but what makes you think I would go for you? And it's funny, you know, I was sitting around, me and one of my partners was sitting around with some female friends of ours. And you know, one of my partners, he's a funny guy. He likes to, you know, flirt with the girls and stuff. And one of the girls said, you know, black guys are very, you know, they don't take no for an answer. They're very aggressive, you know, borderline thirsty. And I said, whoa, wait a minute now. What are you trying to say? But in the back of my mind, to a certain extent, she was right. And I see a lot of brothers that are straight up pussy hounds. You know, just very loose, very, you know, just doing the most, very extra with theirs. And you know, like I said moments ago in this video, I'm 38. I'm to the point to where, look, female, look, chick, I choose you. I'm your gift. You seek me out. Like, I don't run up on a lot of females, you know. I'm not that dude that's going to chase you around the club, buy you drinks and dinner or anything like that. In another POF story, this female, she nice, slender, Asian, Pacific Islander mixed female. Nice, pretty skin, long hair. But she was about 43. Nice body, she worked out. I could tell by her pics. She hit me up. And you know, I don't stay glued on POF like that. So she had hit me up, you know, making small talk. And it had been about 2 or 3 days had passed, and I had finally jumped on POF to see my message. And I tried to respond because I thought she was attractive, you know, especially for her age. And she had blocked me. Now, this is a female. Her message was something to the effect of, hey, handsome, you know, how's it going? Something like that, you know, small talk. And I didn't, like, again, I didn't see it till like 2 days later because I'm not glued on online dating like that. And I had tried to respond. I said, hey, how's it going? You know, and I'm doing all right. That was my message I thought I was going to send to her. And then if you ever try to message somebody, this is when I discovered the blocking feature. She had blocked me. And I got to thinking why she blocked me. And the only conclusion I could come to is that what I just spoke about, she thought she saw a black guy that would be on her coattails, that as soon as she sent that message, I was instantly going to reply. And somehow, in some way, shape, or form, she was offended that I didn't quickly reply to her. And you know, a lot of women, you know, especially in American society, a lot of women are narcissistic. A lot of women are all about me. And again, I'm not saying all women, but I can tell there was a demeanor. And, you know, I just said, well, you know what? It was probably good that we didn't chat anyway. You know, I didn't know why she blocked me, but I got to pondering, you know, like, why would she do that? So I've taken, you know, I'm doing this video because I've taken some insight to look at the, you know, the thought processes of how people view black men through online dating. And again, I'm in Hawaii. There's not a lot of black women here, which brings me to black women. You know, I wouldn't totally throw marriage out the window, but absolutely not right now. And believe it or not, this is going to surprise many of you all. I think, I believe I want to marry a black woman eventually. And there's a couple reasons behind that. Now that I'm single, and I know I keep harping on that, but it's a focal point of the video. It's kind of been, you know, focal point of my life, you know, discovering myself as a single man. It's easier dealing with your own. Now, this is not to say that I'm not attracted to non-black women, but I'm really seeing how society has changed since I've been single. From the time that I was married. Again, I never stepped down on my ex-wife. I was home all the time. And, but you know, I know that for one, I don't want a Caucasian female. Now, there are a lot of beautiful Caucasian females. And it's funny, I discovered this because I have white women hit me up as well. And I'm not really attracted to them in that way. I don't know if society has shaped my opinion because I've slept with a lot of white women before I was married. But I've come to the determination that I don't really, you know, do I really have anything in common with a white woman in terms, outside of her just being attractive. Now, one can grow a relationship with anyone But I just think I'm just not really into white women like that. Now, will I sleep with a white woman? Yes, I would, but it goes back to what I was saying earlier. I don't seek out white women. You know, I was watching Get Out the other night, me and a female friend. And that movie's pretty wild, but I was looking at the racial dynamic of that because it deals with race, obviously. And the white woman in that movie was not, she was not attractive at all. I mean, and I see a lot of brothers, and I'm not knocking what another man, you know, seeks pleasure in or what delights him in terms of looks. But she did not look attractive at all. Like, I would have chosen another white woman to cast. Like, she looked like a little boy with long hair. She was not attractive to me at all. And then you look at society now, you know, this thing, which goes back to me about interracial dating. You got to put it like this. You got to paint this picture in your head. It's Thanksgiving. You go home with this white female's parents or non-black female's parents, and they get to talking about politics. It's kind of like Get Out, the movie Get Out, which I thought was a pretty good movie. And I was thinking, like, what could we possibly, without you trying to cater to this woman's, not only to the woman, but to her family. So you have to take a particular position that is not natural for me or for you. Unless, you know, I mean, it's just weird, kind of like. Now, there are women out there that, you know, non-black women, minority women, that you could probably get away with that from. But, you know, with the white woman, I know a lot of brothers fake the funk for the sake of staying with their white female when they get around their family. And then you got to think, if you bring these women around the females in your family, how will that play out? And I've talked about this even before I got divorced. I said, brothers, you got to really, you know, you're not only marrying this non-black woman, you're marrying her family. You're marrying their views about black people. Because what I found, a lot of people have all types of beliefs and opinions about black folk. Everybody, every ethnic group under the sun, you know, they got their particular opinions about black people. And when you have children into the equation, you add children into the equation, that 9 times out of the 10, we know when parents split, that child is going to go with her parents, her mama. And that child is going to bring all the beliefs about that culture, you know, because what happens a lot of times, brothers have children with these women and they split, the child go with the mama. Now that family get to talking about, oh, you black and all this stuff, and you know, now the child is alienated and damn near ostracized to no fault of their own. And I think it's just particularly easier now, you know, now that the fog is clear, that I will eventually, if I decide to get married, which is no damn time soon, to stick with a black woman. But she has got to be bad. She has to have her stuff together. And I have to be deeply, madly in love and attracted to her. And I know I'm not going to find that really in Hawaii, but I'm just out here playing, just having fun. And I tell women straight up, I do not want a relationship. I am not going to tell you I want you to get between. Again, I'm too old for that. You take me how I am. And a lot of women find that attractive, that you're upfront and that you're not chasing them and being a pussy hound. And they respect that. They really respect that. But folks, I'm about to go up here in this liquor store. Give me a little something to drink. It's Friday. Gonna parlay. And hope y'all have a good weekend. Painless out.